Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So I've got a little fashion style kind of video today. Now I haven't done one of these in a long time, and one of my previous fashion type of videos that I put up was about trying to determine my personal style. Now I have never really been that into fashion in terms of all of the beauty related topics, so I guess skincare, makeup, hair care and fashion. Skincare and makeup have always been up there. They've always been the two important categories that I really love. I love researching about, I love trying new products, and I'm really into it. I watch lots of YouTube videos on it, I follow lots of accounts on Instagram for example, but hair care and fashion have always been at the bottom. They are just categories that I don't really kind of care about until recently, and I'm not really sure what got me into trying to determine my personal style, but over the past couple of years I have really sort of been more interested in fashion and trying to figure out what suits me and my skin tone, my hair colour, my body type, and it's kind of led me down this path that I kind of want to talk about in today's video. So I want to split this video into three topics that I want to discuss. So firstly I want to talk about my Kibbe body type. Next, I want to talk about my colour season, and then lastly, essence. And before I get into it, I just want to say I am by no means an expert or incredibly knowledgeable about these topics. The things that I'm going to talk about are things that I have discovered along the way. So I've read and I've learned from watching other people's videos or reading discussions on places like Facebook or Reddit. So these are things and knowledge that I've picked up along the way. So if I get something wrong, I am very, very sorry. It is not my intention. I'm just trying to process these things. It is a learning curve, so I'm on the journey to, I suppose, discovering more about my personal style. But if you are interested in finding out more about these topics, I will leave some links to websites and to YouTube videos and content creators who are a lot more knowledgeable in these areas than I am. But this video is really just about providing you guys with an update as to my personal style and where I fit in those three different topics that I want to talk about. So Kibbe body typing, colour season analysis and essence are three big things that make up your personal style. And I'm going to start off with the Kibbe body type, and this consists of 13 style types categorised into 5 style families, and they are ordered from yin to yang. Yin is curved soft and yang is angular and structured. Now your 5 main style families are dramatic, natural, classic, gamine and romantic. Now, like I said, I'm not an expert in Kibbe body type, so I'm not going to talk about each individual family and each different style type within each family as well. I'm purely just going to focus on the style type that I am. Now, when you Google Kibbe body type, you'll most likely come across the test, and the test is split into 3 categories. You have your bone structure, your body flesh and your facial features. And I did this test a few times, and every single time I did the test I came out as a soft classic. Now classics are very much in the middle between the yin and the yang. They are perfectly balanced, perfectly proportioned. What defines a classic is that there's nothing too extreme or identifiable about them. So they haven't got a real traditional hourglass body, they're not really petite, they're not really tall, they haven't really got long limbs, they're just average in terms of all of the questions. Now that sounds bad, and I don't mean average in a bad way, but when you answer these questions, if you tend to go for, I think, answer C, or the answer that is mostly average size body, average size limbs, then you will likely come out as a soft classic. And I came out as a soft classic every time I did that test. I am not a soft classic though, but I came out as a soft classic every time because I am very, very bad at looking at my body and looking at my skin and my hair and my colouring, and I suppose being objective and being able to see it without any judgment, without any kind of prior knowledge. And I'm just really bad at, I suppose, correctly identifying what my body looks like. And actually, as I got more and more into Kibbe, actually the test isn't really advised anymore. Instead, I think what is recommended is to do things like line drawings and to really play about with different types of clothing and see what works on you and what doesn't. But what I did, I joined a couple of subreddits on Reddit, and as I kind of delved more into it, it became apparent that because I'm over 5'7", I'm at 5'7.5", which is about 171 centimetres, it means that there are only 3 Kibbe IDs that are applicable to me. Because I'm over 5'7", I'm automatically tall, I'm automatically vertical, I have a long vertical line. So I cannot be a gamine, a romantic or a classic. I can only be a dramatic, a soft dramatic or a flamboyant natural. And you would think that would make it easier, but actually I went to and fro between all 3 of them for quite some time, and I eventually settled on flamboyant natural, and I actually put some pictures up as well and asked people to type me, and people said yes, you are a flamboyant natural. Now dramatics are, I suppose, very tall and very angular. They are... My cat is coming. My foster cat has decided to join us for this little section of the video. So yeah, dramatics are celebrities such as Tilda Swinton and Taylor Swift. So there he is, very tall, very long, slender women. And that is not me. I'm not super tall. I don't look really tall. I do look tall, but not super tall, and my bone structure isn't particularly narrow. So dramatics were ruled out. So that then kind of left me with soft dramatics and flamboyant naturals. And I finally settled on a flamboyant natural because I have width up in my upper torso. I have broad, strong, wide shoulders. And examples of flamboyant naturals are people like Princess Diana, Julia Roberts and Jennifer Lawrence. And I ruled out soft dramatics because I didn't feel like I was, I suppose, curvaceous enough. I didn't have like the hips and the bust that's usually associated with a soft dramatic. My body type did fit more into being a flamboyant natural, but it was a little bit back and forth between those two. But I have now finally decided on flamboyant natural. So that is my Kibbe ID. I am a flamboyant natural, and if you Google lots of the suggestions for clothing for flamboyant naturals, what tends to come up is a boho kind of vibe. Now that doesn't necessarily mean, I suppose, hippie. It just means that the clothing is very relaxed, it's very flowing, it's nothing too tight and too constricted. The clothing has to feel natural, it has to be in line with that natural family that a flamboyant natural belongs to. You can see his head, bless him. So I've been taking a lot of screenshots and a lot of notes on recommended clothing styles for flamboyant naturals, things as well about accessories and jewellery, and also the prints as well of the clothing. And I find that it's been really useful to help me, I suppose, have a little bit of a wardrobe declutter as well. And also if I am looking to buy some new clothes as well, it's good for me to bear in mind the suggestions as well and try to incorporate clothes that fit the suggestions and hopefully fit my line and my body. So next then I want to talk about colour season analysis, and I am going by the 12 season colour analysis and not the 16 one. The 12 one is a little bit more common, so if you are to Google colour season analysis, I think the 12 one is most of the information that is out there. Now I have mentioned this before on my channel because I have done a couple of videos where I've done a soft autumn makeup look and a true spring makeup look, and I first came across the 12 colour season analysis a couple of years ago, and it's kind of been on my mind ever since. Sorry, my cat is a really loud sleeper, so if you hear him snoring, I do apologise. So just a little bit of information about the 12 colour season analysis. It is split into your 4 seasons, so spring, summer, autumn and winter, and you have 2 warm seasons and 2 cool seasons. So winter and summer are your cool seasons and spring and autumn are your warm seasons. And I know that I am a warm season, but I have gone back and forth quite a number of times between being a spring and being an autumn. And like with the Kibbe body analysis, I am also very bad at looking at my skin, my hair, my eyes, my colouring, and trying to, I suppose, slot myself into one of the seasons. So in the end, what I did is I actually paid for an online service that did that for me, and the results came back that I was an autumn. Now within each of the 4 seasons, they are broken down into 3 further seasons, so that is where you get your 12 colour season analysis from. And with autumn you have soft autumn, true autumn and dark autumn. Now because my guide didn't say what particular autumn category I belonged to, it did give me some colours within my palette that suited me. So I went off, had a little Google and saw if I could find out which particular autumn subgroup I belonged to, and I had a guess that I was a soft autumn, so that's why I put out my soft autumn makeup look. But because I was a little bit, I suppose, torn again as to whether I was a spring or not, I did my true spring makeup video as well, but I wasn't as keen on that. I felt like that was very bright for me, whereas I'm much more suited to more like earthy tones, which are very reminiscent of autumn. So I follow on Instagram the company that did my colour season analysis, and they put up a little Instagram story where you pay just a little bit more to get a bigger package. So I went for the bronze package, I think, so I paid a little bit more money to get my results updated for the gold package. So I did that and it came back and it actually told me what particular family within the autumn colour season analysis I belong to, and I am actually a true autumn, so not a soft autumn like I guessed I was. I am in fact a true autumn, so that is smack bang in the middle between soft autumn and dark autumn. And true autumns are very warm. They have a lot of gold, a lot of red in their undertones, and I feel like I primarily see it in my hair. Now this is my natural hair, apart from the very ends I think, because I am growing out some blonde highlights, but the vast majority of my hair, this is my natural colouring. Now my hair is very weird, so one day I can get up, I can go and have a wash and look at myself in the mirror, and I look at myself and think, yeah, I look like a blonde today. I'll do the same thing the next morning and I'll go, oh, I look a little bit brunette. Do the exact same thing again the day after and I can look auburn. So my hair naturally has a lot of warmth in it. There is quite a bit of red in it. However, according to my hairdresser, I am a natural blonde, but I'm a very warm, dark blonde. And I think that's what I forgot when I was thinking that I might be a spring. Now when I say I'm a blonde, I think sometimes I automatically go to really light blondes. So I think of people like Blake Lively and Amanda Seyfried, Taylor Swift, and I think I belong with those types of blondes who are springs. But I'm not. I am a darker blonde, so I belong with people such as Gigi Hadid, the Olsen twins, blondes who are a lot darker but have a lot of warmth in them. And my eyes as well are green, and they do have a little ring of orange, a ring of amber in them as well, so my eyes are quite warm as well. But I think it was just my skin that kind of made me question that I was a soft autumn, because I am pale and I don't think my skin itself is hugely warm, so that's why I thought I might be a soft autumn, because my skin is a little bit muted. But getting my updated results that contain way more information than the bronze package did, I really do feel at home in true autumn. Now obviously being a blonde and a true autumn, I'm at the lighter end of the true autumn, but I do very much fit within the true autumn family. And within that guide I had many more colour combinations included. I also had information on the right kind of denim to wear, the right jewellery, and it was the jewellery that really kind of made me think, because what was suggested was amber. Amber is meant to be so harmonious with autumns, and I love amber. I have so much amber jewellery and I just think it is absolutely beautiful. I love the warmth, I love that you get yellow, orange, red and green, and I just think it's a beautiful, beautiful stone. So very interesting that that was suggested. So I feel very at home. I feel like the colours are very harmonious to my preferences, what I like to wear in terms of makeup and in terms of clothes. And I will be putting up a video soon where I will be doing a true autumn makeup look. And lastly, I want to talk about essence. Now, if you follow the Kibbe typing with regards to essence, there are 5 essences. So these are your dramatic, natural, classic, romantic and gamine. So as I am a flamboyant natural, if I follow Kibbe's essence typing, I would have a natural essence, because your Kibbe type and your essence are the same. But I followed the essence typing from the Concept Wardrobe, which I will link down below. That is a fantastic website for all of your information about the topics I'm discussing today. And I think, but I'm not entirely sure, so correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is the same as the Truth is Beauty essence typing. Now, in contrast to the Kibbe typing, where there are 5 essences, with the Truth is Beauty there are 7 essences. And those 2 extra essences are Ingenue and Angelic or Ethereal. And with this type of essence typing, I think you can be a combination of maybe 2 or 3, but you would usually have one dominant essence. And my essence is natural primarily, and then I've got a bit of a classic essence going on with a little bit of romantic essence. So the natural essence is very casual and supportive, and I feel like that reflects how I dress, because I do dress it very naturally. I don't wear a lot of, I suppose, formal clothing, a lot of tight clothing. I'm all about sort of comfort, really, relaxed lines. I wear a lot of stuff like this, a lot of relaxed t-shirts. My other essence is classic, so elegant and formal. Now that's not my main essence because I clearly do not look very elegant in today's video or generally in life. But with regards to things like jewellery, I like very small and simple pieces. Again, not today with my makeup, but I like a real natural makeup as well. I don't really wear anything too out there, too bold or too loud. I very much like to keep things natural, classic, pared back, quite simple. And then I've got a little bit of romantic essence, and that was from things like my cheeks, the roundness of my eyes, and a little bit of fullness in my lower lip. But romantic is definitely very low in comparison to my natural essence and classic. So all in all then, my Kibbe body type is flamboyant natural. My colour season is True Autumn, and my essence is mostly natural with a bit of classic and a little bit of romantic thrown in there as well. So I feel like finding out this information, in particular my Kibbe body type and my colour season analysis, is really helping me shape both the makeup that I'm wearing and also my clothing as well. And I feel like today is a real prime example of not wearing the colours that are recommended for myself. So with the makeup, this does not suit a True Autumn's recommendations. For a True Autumn, it's very much those colours associated with autumn, so like rust, copper, orange, whereas what I've gone for today is more cool toned pinks and purples. Now it's not that it looks really bad, but it's just not the most flattering on myself. And similar thing with the clothing. So for a flamboyant natural, necklines should be a little bit more open, so perhaps a v-neck would be slightly better on myself. And then the colour as well, so white and black is not recommended for a True Autumn. They are too cold, they're too harsh, they're too contrasting. If this was more like a creamy beige, a warm beige, or if it had, say, a nice warm brown stripes instead, that would be a lot more flattering on my skin tone. So I'm really trying to take these things into consideration when it comes to wearing makeup and buying new clothes and maybe decluttering clothes as well. I really want to make sure that how I'm presenting myself is very much in harmony with how I look and what's recommended for me. However, I just want to say that you can definitely wear something that is not recommended for your colour season or your Kibbe ID or your essence, like I have done today. Like I say, it doesn't look awful, but it's not the most harmonious for myself. If you really love wearing a colour that is not in your colour season analysis results, and you really like the colour, wear it. It doesn't really matter. But if you are interested in trying to find something that is a bit more harmonious with yourself, then I would definitely check out some of the links that I've got down below. So I hope you found that interesting. It's just a little style update for you guys and how I'm progressing with this style journey that I'm on at the moment. If you yourself know your Kibbe ID or your colour season analysis or your essence, please let me know down below. Also, if you've got any further YouTube videos or information or websites that it would be beneficial for me to check out, please let me know as well. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye guys.